Hi, this is Mark Oelze with PLEDGEtalk and another communication tip. So today I want to talk a little bit about the idea of how you can greatly enhance your connection with others when you feel what they feel. There's a principle in a verse in the Bible that says, "Weep with those who weep and rejoice with those who rejoice." So there are several challenges for us in this principle. First is, when we hear of someone going through tremendous grief, much like the parents of the school children in Texas right now, there's a part of us that doesn't want to feel that deeply because it hurts. We don't really want to weep with those who weep because we don't want to enter into that much pain. And as we attempt to do so, we have thoughts that fly through our minds like, I hope that never happens to me, which is then so often followed up by us saying something to lighten up the moment so we can back out of the intensity of the pain. And when it comes to rejoicing with those who rejoice, it's often difficult because in the back of our minds, we find ourselves thinking, geez, I wish that would happen to me sometime. I remember meeting a new friend years ago and later finding out he had won $1 million sweepstake. I'm like, what? I didn't know that was actually real, but I have a new friend that this happened to, and I'm thinking like, I remember thinking, wish that would happen to me. So it's kind of hard to rejoice with someone who is rejoicing. Well, there's some additional challenges too. For a variety of reasons, we may not be comfortable feeling, period. We may not feel comfortable with emotions. Maybe because of experiences growing up. I've heard people tell me stories where they were threatened in one way or another if they were to show feelings. They would not be allowed to feel anger or sadness or even happiness. And then men are not always accustomed to feeling, for instance. As a man, I get that. Then I remind myself that Jesus was arguably the strongest and wisest man who ever lived, and he felt the gamut of emotions to the fullest extent. He was a man of sorrows, the Bible says. He wept over a city. He was angry. He was anxious to the point of sweating blood. He experienced more joy than anyone else ever had. And he felt extreme sadness from betrayal and being abandoned. Okay, well, if he felt emotions, maybe I can too. And what happens when we do? What happens when we do feel what others feel? First off, they no longer feel alone. And they likely feel that you care or that they really matter. And it promotes connection. It's like we are in tune with each other. It's as though we are deliberately getting into the other person's world and a bond of connection is made. So, 2 final cautions as we seek to feel what others feel. We have to be aware of our tendency to either rush past or brush off what another is feeling, because we just don't want to feel, or we go overboard and, oh my gosh, we get all upset and we feel everything they feel more than what they're feeling. We don't want to do either of those. So how do we navigate these cautions? Well, a moment ago, I used the phrase tuning in with the other. It's all about awareness of self and the other. As you feel out loud what they are feeling, like you might say, ooh, that is really frustrating, or wow, that is hard and sad for sure, or I am so happy for you. As you feel out loud what they are feeling, let me ask you this. Are you also aware of you? Are you truly feeling what they are feeling? Or are you just trying to do the feeling thing? You have to be aware and ask that kind of a question. Are you aware of them? When you speak in such a way that you are empathizing with them, do you sense them feeling even safer in feeling what they're feeling? Or do you sense them pushing you away some and stuffing their feelings because it's too uncomfortable to have you feel with them? What do you think? Well, that's it for this week. So the idea is to be aware. Be aware of what others are feeling and seek to feel with them. Not too much, not too little. Be in tune with them. That's it for today's tune-up video. This is Mark Oelze once again with Pledge Talk, and you can learn more by going to learnpledgetalk.com. Bye-bye.